Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting Minecraft tutorial. I am Tyken, and today I'll be showing you how to make a light switch. I know there's already been tons of designs for these already, but for some reason, none of them ever seem to work on the walls. They only work on the floor or on the ceiling. So I decided to make my own design, and as you can see, it works perfectly. It's pretty simple. It uses the basic floor or ceiling design. It's pretty much the same thing, just wired differently and of course arranged differently. Basically what this does is it pulls the block from the wall back. This one pushes it down. This does its little switch thing. It drops down and then it sends power to whichever one has a block in front of it, and it pushes it forward and then pushes it on that side, pushes the block up and pushes it back out. Well, that one pulls it back up and pushes it out. Really simple design. From the switch here, the redstone comes to this little thing. It's called a reversible signal generator, I believe is the right word. Basically what this does is when you put power to it, it goes through here, turns all these on in a specific order, and then it turns them off in the, well, not specific order, but basically it comes on 1, 2, 3, and then it goes off 3, 2, 1. And you can keep expanding this design, go all the way as far as you need to, but it can get a little tricky depending on what you want to do with it. Anyway, basically what this does is it sends the signal through here, it turns it on 1, 2, 3, and then when it turns off, it kind of just continues that way. It's kind of complicated to explain. I'll have to show you. Let's see. Here we go. And we'll get a button, for example. If you're wondering what this mod is, or what I'm using right here, it's called Too Many Item Mod, which basically lets you take any item you want at any time. Really great for tutorials. But let's go ahead and show you an example of how this works real quick. And you can see it turns on and off in the same order. Well, reversed order. Really simple design, but let's go ahead and show you how to build this thing so you can have one for yourself. I am going to warn you right now, pistons are incredibly glitchy right now, and I'm not sure why, but I've been having tons of problems with this. As you can see, I made this design twice already, other times, all of them being the exact same design, but sometimes, like this one over here, it's literally built the exact same way. I just stripped it of all of its base components, but when you press the button, it spazzes out like that for some reason. And I have no idea why, considering it's literally the exact same build. If you have this problem, you're probably just going to have to completely rebuild it until it does work, sadly. But let's go ahead and get the basics of this thing built. First, we're going to need... kind of built this over here. First we're going to need to build the reversible signal generator and basically show you how to build this here. You're going to have your entry port, which is going to be on the back row, not the front row. That's really important. And then from the back row you're going to basically kind of make a circle with those, but all the ones in the middle have to face towards the front. And then in between, the ones on the sides, not in the middle, all of them you want to put at least one tick in between, or else it's just not going to work. Let's go ahead and test this to make sure our signal generator is working properly. And we're going to need another button. Alright. Let's actually show you a more defined, a slower example so you can see how it actually works. As you can see, it kind of goes back and forth exactly in the order it needs to be. Anyway, we'll go ahead and bring this out a bit. This is where our switch is going to go to. Anyway, from here, our first piston is going to have to stay on, so we're going to put the torch there. And then the other ones are going to be default off. So from here, it should be pretty easy. From here, we're going to be digging down. And let's see. Okay, basically we're going to want to come out a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. I think this is right. I can always fix it later if I'm incorrect. Now we're going to need a few pistons. We're going to need exactly 3 sticky and 2 regular for this particular invention. And you're going to want to put these here. and this one here. I'll go ahead and build the bottom part first. It's generally the easiest. I'm going to clear this out a bit so we have room to work. And you dig out right there, put a torch there, so that one stays default on. Then what you're going to do is put a block on top of it and put a redstone torch behind it. Then you're going to put redstone like so. And you're going to have two repeaters pointing this way. So at the end it should pretty much look like this. You have the torch coming along here and the redstone here. Basically what this does when it turns on, it pulls this down. It sends a signal through both of these, but it doesn't go through unless there's a block in front of them. So it only turns on the one that has a block in front of it. So it knows which one. It's kind of a smart piston system. Then when it sends the power through, it hits this, which turns power onto the here, which provides power to the piston. And this is where your wall would go, so you can easily hide the wiring with your wall. This is a slightly bulky design, but you should be able to build them within like 4 or 5 spaces of each other and connect them together. I haven't actually worked on that yet, but we can see. But it's starting to get dark, so let me pause here for a moment. Okay, we're back. Now let's go ahead and finish building this thing. From here, you're going to want to make sure you have a redstone wiring pointing at this block, which is the one that has the redstone on the back of it. And you're going to route this up to the third one. Now we're going to have to build the rest of this thing. Let's see. This piston should go here. And then one directly above that. Let's see, right there, I believe. No, wait. It needs to push it down, so right here. There we go. So it should look something like that. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Gonna go ahead and build the wall. And let's see, that should be good. I believe this is the design. And then from here, we build kind of a little ramp thing. And put this here, so that's pointing outward constantly. And then we put this one up here. That should be right. Let's go ahead and get rid of the excess dirt, just to make sure it doesn't cause any problems. I think that should be right. Okay, we have the dirt in place. Now we need one piece of lightstone, which I believe is down here. No. Down here. There we go. Put down the lightstone. Fill in the hole. That's what she said. Or whatever. Okay, now we need the button. And then we just connect it all. This should work, unless I messed up a bit. But like I said, this thing is glitchy, so let's see if this works. Wait a minute. There we go. Success! Haha! Perfect, perfect. Let's try it again just to make sure. Perfect. And that's how you make a light switch. I'll be posting the world save file in the description below in case you need it. That way you can actually look at this thing and see how it's built. You could probably also copy a schematic with Minecraft Edit and just post it in your world and mess around with it. If you look around, I have a couple of other inventions that I'm probably going to delete before uploading, but this is my test world, of course, so I do a lot of testing here. But anyway, I hope you all enjoy this, and I'll see you guys next time.